Today I'm reviewing the Audioengine HD4 premium powered speakers with Bluetooth 5.3, built-in 24-bit DAC, and handcrafted wood cabinets. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've lived with these on my desk and in my living room for weeks, using them for music at various volumes, streaming content, and everyday listening, so what I'm describing comes from real use rather than just a spec comparison. Let's start with a clear expectation. These are not tiny desktop speakers, nor are they designed to replace a full-floor standing hi-fi stack. They're powered bookshelf speakers with solid amplification built in and a focus on clean, natural sound. If you're expecting thunderous sub-bass or room-shaking output on their own, that's not where these shine. What they deliver is clarity, refinement, and a sense of dimensionality that feels more hi-fi than many all-in-one alternatives. In everyday use, the HD4s feel articulate and responsive. With Bluetooth 5.3 and aptX adaptive, pairing is quick and stable from phones, laptops, and tablets. Music feels open and detailed, with good differentiation between instruments. Mid-range performance, vocals, acoustic layers, guitar, stands out for its crispness without brightness. That makes them comfortable to listen to across genres from jazz and classical to indie and electronic music. The built-in 24-bit DAC is noticeable in everyday listening. Whether I'm streaming lossless content or playing local files at higher quality, there's a consistent sense that clarity is prioritized over warmth-only tuning. That doesn't mean the sound is cold, it's balanced, with a natural mid-range that makes listening long sessions less fatiguing than overly bright speakers can. The wood cabinets contribute more than just looks. They feel solid and avoid the hollow resonance that cheaper cabinets sometimes produce. In practical terms, that means bass transients are cleaner and the lower mid-range doesn't get muddied at moderate volume. That said, these speakers won't replace a subwoofer if you regularly want deep orchestral rumble or electronic bass drops that extend far below 50 Hz. In such cases, pairing with a sub transforms what they can deliver. Connectivity is practical. Bluetooth is convenient for casual or everyday use, and the option to go wired with analog or digital connections adds flexibility. I found switching between sources, laptop, phone, TV, to be seamless, and the transition didn't introduce noticeable noise or glitches. Size and placement matter. On a desk or a bookshelf, they fill the space convincingly without sounding boxed in. In a larger room, you feel that getting them further apart and at ear level makes the soundstage more immersive. Close placement against a wall compresses the soundstage a bit, but that's typical for bookshelf speakers rather than a specific flaw here. Where these speakers stand out is clarity and balance. They don't overemphasize bass, nor do they accentuate treble for sparkle at the expense of fatigue. Instead, they sit in a middle ground that feels controlled and detailed. That makes them well suited for people who want audio that rewards good source material and doesn't color the sound excessively. They aren't engineered to be the loudest bookshelf speakers you can find, but within moderate to moderately loud levels they stay composed. They don't distort harshly at higher volumes, which matters if you play music while working or hosting a small gathering. In positioning terms, if your priority is easy-to-use, all-around speakers with clean, articulate sound and flexible connectivity, the HD4s deliver that. If your priority is earth-shaking bass or the last ounce of max volume for large rooms, a dedicated subwoofer and perhaps larger speakers will get you closer to that experience. In practical use, these don't surprise with overblown claims but rather deliver a dependable, refined presentation that feels fitting for everyday listening and more attentive sessions alike. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.